I'm a professional comedian. That's a good one. Hey, everybody give yourself a round of applause for coming out on a Wednesday night. Find the reason to get out of your house. Nice job, everybody. That's very good. My wife said that, she said, you can't wear a Met outfit to the yacht club. You'll stand out like an idiot. So as usual, she was wrong. Anyway, I brought a couple of real good comics down from my little company I incorporated about a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to do some comedy for you tonight. But did everyone read the brochure? Does everyone know why we're here tonight?
No, everybody be quiet.
Shh. Eventually they'll understand that I'm speaking, so it's all right. Does anybody know what this was about tonight?
No.
Except the way night out from the kids. I told my wife, honey, important chamber meeting, gotta go, sorry. No macaroni and cheese for me tonight. This is getting a little feedback here. Does anybody know? I didn't hear anybody. Ladies, do you know what this was about tonight, this meeting?
No.
No? You just knew there was food and it was cheap enough and you're in? Okay. You raising your hand?
No, drink.
Does anyone know what this is here tonight? Where everybody's here tonight?
Networking.
Networking, that's part of the boring stuff that'll happen in a minute or so. Anybody else? Did anybody read the brochure except me?
Open mic.
It's an open mic. Thank you very much. Yeah, this.
You know you're getting old when all of your nicknames contain the word silver. You know you're getting old when you know that sciatica is not a prison in upstate New York. You know you're getting old when you have to interrupt sex to go pee. So I recently hired a life coach. She told me I probably won't start this year. Then I gotta go to get out of that rebirth. I was reviewing my retirement plan the other night, and I just realized I'm gonna have to die 2 years earlier than I anticipated. My urologist told me I have an enlarged prostate. I said, of all the body parts down that region to be enlarged, that wouldn't have been my first choice. I'm from an erectile dysfunctional family. They're making a movie about my sex life. They're calling it the Short-Shank Reduction. These are just jokes, ladies. Just jokes. I'm watching TV the other night, and that ad comes on. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Yeah, they're in their late 20s, and they still live at home. I hate parents always bragging about their kids. My son's a doctor. My son's a lawyer. Oh yeah, well my son's 28 years old and he loads the dishwasher all by himself. I'm going to play this table right here. My son says he refuses to work for anyone else. So far he's been very successful. He says he doesn't want to work in an office. His degree is in business administration. He says people who work in an office get screwed. I told him I was thinking of converting his bedroom to an office. He asked me for career advice. I said, do what you love, do what you're good at. So he applied to Sleepy's. So I'm married 35 years. Wow. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I still remember the night that I proposed. She had me the leg scissors. I tried to tap out. It was too late. When we got married, my grandparents were married for 52 years. So at my wedding reception, my grandfather pulled me aside and said, the first 52 years are the toughest.
You know. But it's good to be here. I recently got married. I got married 2 months ago, people. Clap around. I know all you single ladies like, damn, another good one taken, right? No, you weren't saying that. And the young lady, yeah, that's the story of my life. But it's funny being married. It's like, it's a different world. And my friend Mike, who's an MC, he's doing a great job, by the way. Let's give it up for Mike. He's also my partner. So he tried to give me some advice, you know. He said, like, you know, Keith, you've been married 17 years. He goes, Keith, there's some things you got to understand when you get married. He's like, when a man says something, for example, I go, Mike, give me an example. I'm a comic. I'm not really too smart, so you're going to have to break this down to me. He goes, for example, when a man says he's hungry, he says it means he's hungry. I was like, yeah. He's like, when a woman says she's hungry, he says it can mean just about anything. He's like, it can mean you got to go paint the fence. It can mean you got to go take her shopping. It can mean just about anything. So I went home to my wife, and she's like, honey, I'm hungry. I'm like, I remember Mike went over this with me. So right after I finished painting the fence and taking her shopping, I was like, honey, what are you hungry for? She's like, what are you saying, I'm fat? I'm telling you, you can't win.
I don't know where to start. I'm kind of feeling weird tonight. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not contagious, but I was just tested. It turns out I have bird flu. Then I found out it's not exactly bird flu. It's just I have a large beak and a short pecker. So apparently, if I sneeze or pee, you should all think about getting the hell out of here. This is so nice to be at the Huntington Yacht Kayak and Dinghy Club. I'm very excited to be here, and looking at this crowd, I got to be honest, I used to have this many people in my waiting room. I did until the last indictment. And I work in a hospital in Nassau County. I can't tell you which one, but if you're really sick and you're in Nassau County, stay away from the North Shore. And I kind of like to do my act sort of like an exam, so if you don't mind, I'd like all the women to start taking their clothes off. So I have to explain my job, but basically I'm at work all day. A lot of women walk in, they take off their clothes, I touch their breasts, and then they pay me a lot of money. So I go to work early pretty much every day. A couple of times I'm there a few hours ahead of time just to set up all the video equipment. There are some women, though, that are uptight about taking their clothes off, even for an exam, so I try to make them as relaxed as I know how and all, so I like to be naked myself for the exam. I figure as long as I'm touching you, please feel free to reciprocate. I should mention before I go any further, I am having legal problems. Not easy being a doctor. You guys remember that doctor a few years ago? He carved his initials in a woman's abdomen. Some of you remember that guy? Yeah. Ever since that happened, I've been doing comedy on a full-time basis. And I did do a lot of surgery. I've gotten to the point I can look at your chart, I have an operation, and kind of know what's going to happen, just basically by whether or not you have any insurance. Surgery, you have no idea how terrifying it is to perform surgery. With all my years of experience, there are times I'll be in the middle of an operation, I'll look down and I'll just realize, you know what? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I like to call that exploratory surgery. And then there are other times I'm trying to make an incision, I'll be like really shaking a lot, you know, because Parkinson's has that effect. And I'll end up making a giant X, and all I can tell you is as soon as I make the first X, I got to play the whole game of tic-tac-toe. That's why we always try to relax. Doctors like to listen to music during surgery. I like to typically start an operation off with Que Sera, Sera. And depending on what happens, I end up with He's a Magic Man or Stairway to Heaven. I am actually very excited, though. I just opened up a brand new melanoma clinic, which is right down the street from my tanning salon. And